So yeah, on the left-hand side, we have the team of Goon Squad. We have Tripod in the top lane, Goat on Zagara in the mid lane alongside Hasty on Tyrande, Dayan on the Hammer, and Bro Montana on the Rhaegar.
Yep, and we will have Celio at the top with the Tassadar. We will have Brazil on the Stitches, Levendre on the, what is that? The Malfurion there. We'll have Evandrail on the Jaina right there, and was it Quantic right there on the Bala.
Yeah, and it looks like we're going to see a pretty standard setup coming out from Winter, as they're going to try and de-push this mid lane. They're actually putting Tassada solo top, so I can only imagine that they're going to try this 4-man rotation between the two. And it's actually interesting that we have Zagara in the mid lane rather than ETC. She's a lot more prone to ganks than ETC would be.
In all honesty, this actually may be the best for them to rotate right here. It just means that there's one less person in that solo lane, which allows them to not really have to be forced off as quickly. They're going to go ahead and just push these down. The hook goes out, but misses right there. Hosty just barely getting missed by the hook. They're going to go ahead and rotate right back up to the top here. They don't really want to give someone a solo lane against the Cigar, and this is honestly it's just actually working out pretty well for them.
Yeah, so far they're ahead on XP, but that's because they've got one wave more from this mid lane. Goat is going to soak that one up. And this bot lane, Dayan has actually been able to set up here. And if he knew that there were only 3 that actually came back down to this bot lane, he would have happily stayed there. But now Visceral's made his way down as well. There's that threat of the Stitches. But as the Shrines have spawned, if Hammer gets set up here, you've really got to favour the team of Goon Squad.
Or Montana actually getting locked up a little bit right there, but they're going to go straight back in. Damn, just kind of going in there. Hey, Hosty actually taking a bit of damage. Just going to be able to get the stun onto the Malfurion right there, but they're going to go and switch up onto Quantic. A lot of damage going out on the both teams, so trading actually very well with each other. Sergeant Hammer taking a bit, it's going to have to go ahead and get out of there, but will they be able to recontrol the Shrine? They're going to get the stun on the Malfurion once again, and they're actually just going right back and forth. We do have Winter doing a very good job keeping control of the Shrine, but will they be able to keep onto it for very much longer? Actually, a lot of damage going down onto the Shrine there. Will they be able to pick it up? At the same time, Janna's taking a little bit too much. Getting dangerously low. Will get picked up right there. Trying to find a way out, but we do have the Stitches into the bottom lane. Looks like she'll just actually be able to recall, or is she going to try to make it out?
I was going to say, how did Tyrande survive on such little health for so long? But this has meant that Zagara has picked up a Dragonite. Visceral roamed down to the bot lane, left completely nothing in mid lane to stop Zagara picking it up. He had faith in his team, in his laners to hold on to those shrines, but it just didn't work out. As Goat picks up the first tower, knocking Visceral back into tower range, not quite over the gate just yet. As they pick up one gate, may look to get a second here. Yeah. As they're going to get an XP lead. Talent-wise, this is something you don't see every day from Stitches. So he's gone for the Chew Your Food, sorry. And then he's taken Vile Cleaver, so basic attacks create a cloud of vile gas. You usually see amplified healing taken there, as Jaina's now going to get punted away. Also, this is the first Sentinel build I've seen from Tyrande in a very long time. They took Pierce at level 1, meaning that they're going to go for that that Ranger talent, sorry, at 16.
Yeah, it's actually very interesting. Usually we see a lot of the taking the talent which allows your passive to be procced more often due to the reduced cooldown, but it looks like they're just going to try to use that Owl build here, and I haven't seen it in a while. It'll be really interesting to see how it plays out this game, but the Dragon Knight finally is down here. We do have 4 members rotating to the bottom. Stitches will be spotted out by the Owl right there, and he's going to have to go and make his way back up. They're going to lose a little bit of experience, and level 7 will be hit here, which means there will be a little bit of a talent advantage, but it's going to go ahead and the gap will be closed right about now, as they actually don't spot out the Rhaegar doing these Siege Giants.
Yeah, so he is going to be able to take those alongside Hosty on the Tyrande. That's going to create some bot lane pressure here just to help Hammer and aid her in her push down into this bot lane. And as they're going to be 3 versus 2 for a while, they're going to be able to get a slight advantage down here. But Jaina has started to roam down, undecided on what lane she really wants to play here. Has gone back to help Visceral just try and push this one out.
So right now it will be a 2-on-2. They're putting a little bit of damage on to the Sergeant Hammer. We will have the rest of them running down. Right now the Stitches and Diana just kind of moving in between both lanes here, making sure they're not losing too much experience in the mid lane, but they'll be able to...
He's gonna spot out Bro Montana here.
If Bro Montana doesn't know, he's going to get spotted out right here. They're going to have a lot of damage going down. He will be picked up right there, throwing out the healing ward just a little bit too late. Won't be able to survive. At the same time, we do have Bristol coming up. Looks like he was trying to put some damage onto the rest of them. The stun will miss from Tyrande, and he's just going to be able to get healed up by the Malfurion healing ward and the heals coming out. So, very good play by Winter right there to change the tide of the game.
Essentially, Rhaegar just gave Winter a free Merc camp. He took them by himself. There was no help from his teammate, and there were 2 of them left as Tassadar will fall in the top lane. So at least this does give Goon Squad some breathing room. They've got this top shrine now. They need to battle for the bottom shrine. They're 3v3 for now. The healing totem does get taken down, but now Bro Montana's here. They're just going to place another one.
So level 10 has been hit, so Winter will have to be a little bit careful, but they do have the Janna coming out. Will they be able to get a kill onto Bro Montana right there? A lot of damage is coming out, but it will not be enough to take him down. So they still have those level 10s. We do have the Napalm Strikes coming out. At the same time, we do have Starfall being taken by the Tyrande Ancestor. I think it will be taken for Bro Montana. He'll have to use it on himself right there. We do have the Starfall coming out. Will they be able to get enough damage onto Malfurion? No, it looks like he might be able to make it out. A lot of damage coming out onto Visceral. He will be taken out. The Maul does come out, but it's not going to be able to pick up anyone. It would have picked up the Stitches, so he was dead either way right there. But very good play by Goon Squad.
Yeah, it was indeed, as now the top shrine got taken by Cielo as ETC roamed down. ETC's now made his way back into the top lane. Level 10 has come in for the team of Winter, and they have Putrid Bar, Rain of Vengeance, Tranquility, Water Elemental and Archon. So pretty standard across the board for both teams.
Yep. And so we did also have the mosh pit being taken up. I believe that's the only one I didn't say. So they are going to look to just pretty much lock up whoever they can, and once they can, they're just going to chunk that person down until they're dead here. We do have Jaina coming out to look to see if she can get a slow and onto someone, but it doesn't look like she's able to. She goes back. She's going back and forth here. We do have the snare coming out from Tyrande. We do have the knockback coming out of Sergeant Hammer to stop any fight that was going to begin right there. Stitches comes out, but he's just going to have to make his way around those Banelings as they keep control of the shrine.
Yeah, well, look at this Zagara creep spread here. It's just more or less across the whole lane here. It's only now getting destroyed by the Malfurion and co as we see it slowly disappear. Top shrine is still, of course, in the control of ETC. Tassadar doesn't lose too many lanes, but ETC past level 4 is one of them that he does lose. Level 7 as well just means that ETC's sustain is even greater and his damage is also increased. This bot lane, though, still pretty even, it has to be said, apart from the fight that we saw earlier. Goat now coming down. The Banelings are going to go across. They're not going to find anything, as it's just kind of back and forth down here for now. They're going to land a stun onto Visceral, but they have no real follow-up for it.
The hook came out. Unfortunately, no hit, but we do see a Maul coming out. Two-man Maul is going to lock up Visceral. He's not going to be able to get out. He will fall right there. At the same time, they're going to go straight onto Jaina. Jaina will get popped, and the ancestral healing will be used to pop up Goat right there. Goat is not going to fall, and it will be a 2-for-0 in favor of the Goon Squad.
Yep, as they've now taken down the fountain here, and they look to move forward onto the fort. As just clearing out these minions. Tassadar falls in the mid lane, I believe that was, as Goat now has free passage to grab this Dragon Knight, take down this mid gate, and then move on to the mid fort, letting Hammer and Tyrande do their thing down in the bot lane. Hammer's now sieged up with only Quantic to defend on Havala. You've got to think that now Goon Squad, they're going to get a lot of an XP lead here.
Yep, so we're looking at it, that was just a really good pickup kill onto the Tassadar right there. I don't think he was expecting that much damage to come out. Looks like they're going to go straight onto this one. They're going to be able to get the snare onto Facile, but he's not going to think too much of it. He's going to go out and get the hook onto Bro Montana, but not enough damage is going to be able to come out from that hook, as two members were able to rotate just a little too late after that hook right there. Bro Montana trying to get onto the Malfurion, but nothing too much is going to happen. They're going to be able to take out that healing ward right there. But the healing ward for Winter is still up, and it's going to be able to get Quantic back up to full health right there. They're going to be able to get that hook onto Goat. Goat will be able to just slither away on that Zagara. So, pretty good push coming out from Goon Squad. They were able to get out the most of probably what they could in that situation, as the Dragon Knight isn't the strongest yet, but they're really having complete control over the fights, though, that they're initiating.
Yeah, they really are. And we're actually going to see an aggressive play come out of Goon Squad here. They know they have the 2-level lead. They don't have a talent advantage. They were trying to go for this bruiser camp of Winter, but Levande spotted that one out and has forced them back. Cielo, though, won't stop him taking it. They're actually going to try and burst this one down, and with Jaina and Valor, of course, you have the damage there. As we see Goon Squad rotate up to this top lane, they know that the Bruiser camp is imminent up here, so they're trying to get a push off while they can.
Yep, and so as you see, all 5 members of Goon Squad are up here. We do have all 5 members of Winter, so will there be a brawl? I'm not too sure. We'll have to see if Winter is coming yet. Doesn't look like it, as he will be forced out. I did go there.
You said it. You went there.
I said it. I went there. They were trying, but they got forced off as the mines did show out where Seal was. They weren't able to get too much of a hook. The rest of Goon Squad has gone back to soaking the lanes, which will help out with their experienced lead right now. And will they be able to check him? No, it looks like they're going to try to get the hook onto them, but Bromontan's going to force him out. Tripod's going to go over there. Will he be able to get a lot of damage? No, he's actually taking a lot of damage himself right now. And they're just going to have to back off.
Yeah, 5 versus 3. Winter having to back away from this one. Now Dayan is split out a little bit here. He's going to have to try and get out of this one. I'm surprised we didn't see him go into the little hedge maze there. He's now just going to admit his fate. Gets absolutely destroyed there. 5v1. Easy pickings, but they do have the 16 talents now. Do Goon Squad. As what have they got? There it is. We have the Sentinel, the Ranger, sorry, coming in at 16 for the Tyrande. That's some cross-map damage coming in there. We have the Hover Siege, of course, on Hammer. Earthgrasp Totem on the Rhaegar. Imposing Presence on ETC. Going to try and stop Tassadar and Vala getting those auto attacks off. And of course, you have the Brood expansion. It's always common to see the double Hydralisk at Zagara, but at 13 and 16 on Zagara.
Yep, and so looks like the rest of Goon Squad is going to come down here. They're going to go ahead and pick up this fort right here, but it's being mirrored on the other side. Winter, although, is going to be a bit behind as they are only being able to get down those structures right there. They're going to have to watch out. They don't want these structures to get on too early, because it will mean that will be easy access for the Dragon Knight if it is picked up to get to this fort. But there's nothing that Versailles can do right now. He's just going to have to let it happen. He doesn't want to get picked off, and they're going to go ahead and get down both of those towers and just back off.
Yeah, they're backing away from this one. They got the XP. They won the game of chicken, as Winter had to back away before getting the fort, whereas Goon Squad got not only a fort, but they also got the gate and 2 towers. As now the Tasta Oracle comes out just to spot exactly where Goon Squad are. They dismount Cielo, the hook is going to miss, and if Winter do group up trying to grab a shrine, it's going to be a great opportunity for a Maw or even a mosh pit, as we see ETC going in.
Yep, so trying to force out some right there. We do have Vasilo trying to go in. He is going to lock out the feature ball, trying to get across the map. First, he is going to get dangerously low, but will get popped up by that social hitting right there. The Maw goes down on the 2 members, so they're going to be able to pick up one right there. Are they going to be able to get onto the other one? No, ETC will be taken down. Celio is going to be able to get out with that race car build right there. But they will be able to get the stun onto Janet. Will they be able to follow up with anything? The slow does come out, and looks like no, well, they're going to be able to lock up Bromontan. They're going to turn the spider on right here, right now, but the Malfurion will get taken down to that almost full health Sergeant Hammer, who will be able to pick up 2. So despite being able to pick up the kill on the ETC, and then Rhaegar, that almost full health Sergeant Hammer is like, well, it's okay, I'm just going to hit you with auto attack and napalm strikes, and we'll see how much you like that.
Yep, so they did come out on top on that trade, just barely. 3 for 2 trade, still went in their favour. But of course the trailing team, they get a little bit more XP from that one because they are the trailing team, and Heroes has some great comeback mechanics. It really favours the team if they are behind and get an even trade. They in theory come out on top because they are chasing. As now, what do we have? We have the shrines coming up. Goat is getting the top one. Hosty ready and waiting to receive the Dragon Knight message saying, yep, you can cap it now. There it is. We see him channeling it. And boom. Dragon Knight time again here. 13 minutes in. It's going to go straight down the mid lane, look to get these 2 towers. And I'm surprised we're not seeing Goat just stay in that top lane, try and get the fort down. But he's needed here for, of course, the Devouring Maw.
So the hook does go down onto Dragon Knight, so there'll be a lot of good free damage coming out on the Hosty right there. About half health on the Dragon Knight right now, which is actually a pretty good pickup, but Celio has been forced out and is in a really bad position. He's going to use that void shift to get around and just get to the safety there. A lot of healing coming out due to those talents, but they're going to have to watch out. If that was anyone else picked out there, that would have been a definite kill for Goon Squad. They're going to get a lot of damage down on to Hosty though. They're going to be able to get 1 tower down, but that's going to be about it for the Dragon Knights killed.
Yeah, so again though, they They did extend their XP lead here, and Visceral may look to try and get a hook in. It is currently on cooldown for 5 more seconds, so we won't see that one just yet. And of course he doesn't have the fishing hook, so he doesn't have that long range pick potential. He's gone for the stun slam instead to try and interrupt the ETC mosh pit. Now it's going to be about grabbing these mercenary camps before it's Dragon Knight time again, and before these teams clash. So we have the hard camp getting taken down, the siege giant camp getting taken down for both sides, and it looks like it's going to be Goon Squad going to be rotating down, and they have the positional advantage to take down this bottom merc camp.
Yep. And actually they're looking to see if they could get a jump onto someone right there. Stitch is just going to have to back up as the Bruiser camp was finally taken for Winter right there. And they're going to have to see what they're going to decide to do. We do see Goon Squad going down, and they're going to be able to pick up this merc camp right now. Winter is going to go around. They're moving us 5 in, but they're going to have to take care of these siege giants first, as they do have free reign to this fort at the bottom, which all of the towers have been taken down in front of it. So we'll have to see what's going to decide to go on right now. Will they decide to fight? If they do decide to fight Goon Squad, of course, we'll have the advantage. They've had the advantage throughout this whole entire game. But looks like Winter is just backing off, and I'm refraining from making any more jokes here.
Don't go there. We actually have Goon Squad using their momentum here. They have the 19 to 18. All they need to do as a 5 is just sit down this bot lane, soak up one lane. They're going to hit 20 soon enough, especially with the hard camp and the minion wave they have pushing top. Tassadar is the last man left here in this bot lane, and they're kind of leaving. In fact, we saw a 4-man rotation up. From Winter, they saw Goon Squad were still here and came back down. They gained absolutely nothing from moving up. They just wasted a bit of time.
Yep. We'll have to see what Winter does. Looks like they're rotating to the top. They know that the rest of Goon Squad was bottom, so they can probably figure it's safe enough to move up there. Try to get... Wow, that was actually a lot of damage coming out from the Owl. They're going to go ahead and get to the top here, but Goon Squad does know where Winter is, so Winter's going to have to be careful with what they do. Actually, it doesn't look like it matters. They're just going to go straight onto this fort right here. They're like, we know you're top. We know you can't really make the transition down in enough time. We're going to go ahead and take this and just have the minions going ahead and pushing down to make your life harder.
Yeah, and only now are Winter reacting to this one. They get the hook onto ETC, but that's not who they want. They're able to get a good amount of damage down onto him.
And so Ancestral Healing does come out. They're going to go straight for Celia though. They're going to lock it out, and after we get the first go out, we do have a 1-man ball coming out. It's just enough to lock up one member. The Stitch is not able to do enough. The future ball finally coming out, but a 3-man mosh pit is coming out before it was interrupted. Quantic will be going down. Celia might be the next one, as they are forcing him out. He has already used his race card to get out once. He cannot do it again, and they have free reign over the core right now as 3 members are down for Winter.
Yeah, as it's now just Visceral and Lavande left for Winter, as Goon Squad barreling away onto this core. They have Cigar and they have Hammer with Nexus Frenzy. This is going to be the game here as Goon Squad move on to the semi-final to face an already eagerly awaiting Nexus Globetrotters side. That was a great performance coming out from them, very consistent.
Yes, just pretty much everything we talked about is what they were able to do. They just played that comp to perfection. They were able to lock up people with the mauls or effectively send them out, and after that it was just pretty much death to whoever they caught. So good game to Goon Squad there. Good job to Winter for trying. Unfortunately they will fall off, as it is only a best of 1, and as you said, we'll probably move into our next game as soon as possible.